Good morning, y'all. I did something today that I was nervous about and I want to share it. And I realized that a lot of times when I do something that I'm proud of or that and I've had an experience that was kind of hard, I oftentimes will share it and then I'll be like, this is your sign too. I don't kind of sit in the feeling of me completing it and how that made me feel. I think I just want to move on from it because it was uncomfortable. So today I'm practicing being able to kind of actually talk about doing the thing and sitting in the feeling and not translating it into goodness for other people, just sitting in it individually by myself. So with that being said, I have my son in ABA 3 days a week, and he's there for half a day at this point. And so that doesn't really leave me a lot of opportunity to do work, but it's just enough that I need to do something. And I've been really trying to kind of build my art portfolio and work on things independently. And because where he's at is a little bit of a drive, I don't really have access to a whole bunch of things. But I will oftentimes bring things with me, etc. And I went to this little cute bagel shop the other day, and I thought I wonder if maybe the answer for me is to start talking with community about potentially being able to create art for them. And then it would be a win-win because they would get artwork, I would get paid hopefully at a lower cost, because I'm new to that kind of realm, and I'm building a portfolio into all of the other types of art that I can do, and being able to kind of have a commission-based work and a commercial-based work, etc. So I've had this thought, and I've been nervous about it and kind of excited about the idea of how cool would it be if these 3 days I could come and work on my art stuff, drop him off, be able to work on a project, and then move on and get paid for it and have something in my portfolio and leave the space better than when I found it, etc., etc. And the thought just won't leave my brain. So yesterday I went and talked to the store, and I said, hey, can I talk with your manager? This is why, etc. And she said, they will not be here today, but they will be here tomorrow, if you can come in tomorrow and just have a conversation with them. And I said, yeah, that would be great. And I was really hoping that she would give me an email or a phone number, because I get really nervous about confronting people and being assertive, I guess. And especially in person, and especially even the phone lately has been a lot for me. I would very much prefer an email or leaving a voicemail, because being able to reach out to somebody, I feel a text is just not formal enough, I guess. So anyway, I showed up this morning at 9 and I said, hey, can I talk to blah blah blah? And I was envisioning it to be an older person, I guess, and this kiddo, they're not a kid, I think they're an adult, but they were fairly young. I believe them to be younger than I am, and so that kind of made it a little bit easier, but also felt I don't know what to think about it, I guess. And we sat down and had a little conversation. It was less than 10 minutes. I showed him some things that I've done previously, and I said I don't have a lot of work to show you kind of in this section. I'm wanting to build this section, and that's kind of why. But I would be more than willing to do whatever you want me to do. I do mixed media things, so if you want me to do murals or sculptures or 2D things, whatever you would want, I would love to create a sketch with you and work with you to figure out, what you want. And he said, well, I cannot obviously give you an answer for that. However, I can talk with my boss about it. And he took my information. And it went well, right? It went as well as it possibly could. And obviously he might talk to his boss and they might say, no, we don't want to do that. And that would be fine. But it might go well. And I told him I love your shop. I think it's really cute. I just think it would be a really cool place to be able to have some artwork. It's a New York style bagel shop, and it's pretty bland. It's tan and it has some accents of red, and their logo is great. But that's all. That's kind of it. And I just think, like, how cool would it be to make this space, like, really cool? And I said, you know, if there's other opportunities, I'm interested in that as well. But I don't have a whole lot of opportunity for time, and it's just enough for me to do something, and I'm hoping that this will be mutually beneficial. And I might even reach out to some of the other shops on that drive, but I don't know. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling nervous about it. I'm feeling hopeful about it at this point. Yeah, so I'm trying to fight the urge to tell you this is your sign to do something that scares you. But I did something that scared me. So we'll see where it goes.